Is it difficult for you to trust others? I've been experiencing this myself lately. Um, but it was deeper than consciously. It's I can really feel energy from people, and some of my wounds have been triggered really deeply these past couple months with trust in my heart. And the deep dive that I've been doing has really highlighted for me that it's the trust within myself that has needed the most work. I've had experiences in my life where I've been given downloads, information by my third, you know, my intuition, and and also my heart, but my mind and my ego got in the way and I didn't trust it. Or I fell back into patterns and habits that have been safe for me because I knew the outcome, even if the outcome wasn't ideal. And breaking these has been challenging for me, but very eye opening and freeing, even if it was tricky. So I've really been leaning into trusting in my heart and in my intuition and following it and really using my voice to express my feelings. And it's not just in intimate relationships, it's also in external relationships, like ones that reach a bigger perspective, like even making these videos. Like my ego's like, oh, this isn't really safe because it's very vulnerable for me to share my thoughts and my feelings and my heart and what I go through, because there has been such judgment on me in the past and judgment on myself in the past that these videos can be very vulnerable. But I'm learning to trust in myself because I do have a lot of wisdom in here to share with you guys so that you know that you're not alone, that you're not alone going through this, that you're not, just that there's a bigger picture here. So that has really helped me gain confidence in trusting in my heart and in my intuition. But on a more personal level, it's in my relationships with my friends and other intimate relationships. And it's just, how do I not lose myself in relationships? How do I not try to control relationships? How do I not try to manipulate so that they do things the way I want them to do? Like, these are all things that I've really been working on and learning how to trust in my heart to know what to do versus my ego and what my ego has been telling me to do and my patterns. So what have I done to really heal this is I've really just taken a step back and allowed myself to be in the uncomfortable emotions and to go back to the places and spaces that really challenged me and where I felt the most comfortable in relationships and where I felt the most uncomfortable in relationships, and really took a deep dive into what I was experiencing at that time and what it showed me about myself. And what I learned was that I never really honored my feelings in a lot of those times. I would always honor the other person's feelings, put them first. I would allow, I guess, for my cup to be emptied to fill theirs, sacrificing myself a lot. It's hard to admit, because I want to love myself the most, or I wanted to, and I didn't recognize the pattern that I didn't. But now I do. Now I can take a step back and I can go back in that time and say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for showing me the contrast of what I don't want anymore. Of the behaviors, of the neglect, of the unworthiness that I allowed myself to feel. Like, I don't want that anymore for myself. So thank you for showing me the contrast of what I don't want to allow for me to bring in what I do want and accept and have those non-negotiables with myself now, and trust that if someone doesn't meet a non-negotiable, that I can express my feelings, that I can express how it is that it's affecting me. And if they meet me, great. And if they don't, great. That's another contrast of what I don't want and what I will accept. It takes a lot of courage and strength to be vulnerable to someone. And I've learned that it is okay to cry when you're expressing your feelings to people. That it's not a weakness, that it is a strength. And some people don't know how to meet that, and that's okay. Because I know how to meet that now. I know that if I'm feeling extra emotional, that I need to take a step back, hold myself, hold my heart, know that I am worthy of being held, and honoring the feelings that are coming up. And so are you. It takes practice to learn how to do this. It takes patience. It takes trust in your heart to listen. And it takes mistakes to learn how to keep trying. Like, people don't learn these skills just like that. It takes the experiences that show you the contrast so that you can allow yourself to love yourself more. So that you can open your heart to yourself and trust that you got your own back. And then when you know that, you can live a heart open life. Because you know that if you meet someone that's going to force you to sacrifice yourself, then you know and trust in yourself enough to walk away or to put up some damn good boundaries. So if you don't trust people, look at the areas and spaces within yourself where you don't trust yourself and strengthen them. Grow them so that you don't have to live a closed-hearted life. Because then that just restricts your happiness and your joy and the love and abundance that you have available to you. And just remember, you are worthy of all the things that you want in life. Without it being a struggle, without it being a fight. Yeah, challenges come up, but that's okay. You trust in yourself and you know in yourself that you will get through it and that there's a lesson there for you just to integrate and move through. That it's there to show you the contrast of what you don't want and how you don't want to live. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I love you, and I just take care. Honor yourself. Love yourself. You got this.